Hi everyone, it's Jen from McLane Fitness, and today's workout is athletic training. So I figured let's do a cardio workout that focuses on athletic movements. And we're going to use some specific equipment to get this workout done. You can sub any weights that you have. I will be using a sandbell for some moves. You can use maybe your weighted vest. Some of the moves you could probably even just use a dumbbell. I'm going to use my pull-up bar. I'm also going to use a jump rope and my elevation, and I'm going to change my elevation and lower it through each round of cardio moves that we do, or HIIT sets that we do. So we have HIIT sets, there's 3 of them, and then we're going to incorporate some dynamic athletic movements using some equipment. So we'll start with a nice little warm-up. This will be 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 4 exercises 2 times through. We're going to do, this is all body weight, and most of the stuff that is cardio based will be body weighted with a plyo box, but not for the starter. So we're going to start with some plyo jacks, so just some jacks to warm up the legs, and then we're going to do just a kick, step back, and kick. So we'll do 1 leg each side. Then we're just going to do, actually this will be weighted skaters, so with legs weights you're going to skate side to side. And then we're going to finish with front diagonal lunge hops. So you're going to stick to 1 leg, and you're just going to hop from side to side for the 30 seconds. Second round we'll do the other leg. So I'm just going to use light weights for the skaters. I'll use 5s. And we're going to start with our plyo jacks. Hopefully my timer is up high for you to hear. We're going to start in 5 seconds. So really it's a warm up, so you don't have to go crazy. We're just going to plyo down and jack. Getting our outer thighs, inner thighs warm and ready, and our glutes. And your core. So I'm a little cold in my garage, so hopefully eventually I'll be warm enough I can take off the long sleeve. We have those kicks to lunge back. I'm going to stick to 1 side, kicking my right and tapping back down with my left. So kick, I like to go a little dynamic. Same side the whole time. Try and touch the ground, keep that core tight. Skaters are next. All right. And weighted, so light weights. Working laterally. So make sure you have room. So kind of bringing that arm down. You don't have to do this weighted, since it's just the warm up. We have 1 last move. And that's the diagonal lunge hops. I'll work on my right. Three seconds. So lunge hopping to like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, to like 2 o'clock. So lunge hop, really more like 11 to 1. If you're thinking of a clock. Whew. So try and keep a leg up in the air. Just coming down. Get some diagonal. Work in different areas of your legs. We go back to the start with our plyo jacks. One more time through. So this should get you warm. It's about a 5-minute warm up, a little over 5 minutes. Sit back in those heels. You're halfway there. Feeling some fire. Rockets on the left. It's coming up with a touchdown, or it's a front kick, touchdown. My left will kick, my right will go back, and I'll touch the ground. And down. It's kind of a little hop skip there. And keeping that core tight, because you got balance involved. Skaters are next. Last time. Whew. A little challenging warm up. I'm going to go to the other side. You got one last move. Left side front, diagonal lunge hops. Lunge hops. Left leg. 1 to 10. You can do whatever you want with your hands. Kind of do that athletic movement pose like you're running. Last move for the warm up. And then we have a nice little cardio weighted set, pyramid set. All right, so we're done. And we're moving on to our pyramid rep set. So 3 moves, very, very cardiovascular, very athletic. We're gonna do 100 jump rope skips, that will not change. And then we're gonna do 10 to 2 burpees, so decreasing by 2, and then always 5 chin-ups. So I have my bar. If you want, you can just do high pulls or just reverse rows. Okay, you can do it reverse row in a plank position if you'd like to make it a little bit harder. So grabbing my jump rope, we have 100, and hopefully my ceilings can manage. This is a longer rope, so sometimes it does get caught, but I'll just jump out here. 100 skips. Here we go. 10, 20, whoop, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I already made a mistake. How lovely. All right. We have our burpees with a push-up. We have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the second move will always decrease 5 more in these sets. 5, 4, 3, the last 2. And 1. All right, so my upper body is sore from my workouts this week, so if I can do my 5 chin-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whew. Back to the jump rope. I'm gonna focus a little bit more so I don't mess up. 100 reps. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 4, 3, and 1. All right. Back to our 8 burpees this time. Ooh, I'm getting more, which is good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. All right, back to those chin-ups for 5. Can always do jumping. And focus on the negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, jump rope. Round 3. Burpees. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 5 chin-ups. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, those are very tough. On to round 4. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 90, 1, feel strong, feel like an athlete. 2, 3, and 4. All right, chin-ups. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, last round. Whew, you get ready to jump rope, or your make-believe jump rope, which maybe I should be using today since I'm not doing so well. Here you go. Like I said, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, on our 2 rep burpees. Here we go. This is the last round. 1 and 2. All right, last. Hopefully I can get these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we are done that rep set. We're moving on to some cardio with my elevation at 24 inches. So we have 4 moves. These are 8-minute sets, so it's a long time. So take your breath breaks as needed. Use those 10 seconds. And we're gonna start with box jumps. So I'm gonna jump up and step down. Then I'm gonna do butt kicks overs to a jump lunge. So I'll move this over so you can see me. So 2 hands on the elevation and jumping over, and then while you're on one side, you're gonna do a jump lunge for 2 and then hop over for the other side. Your third move is a decline burpee. So that will involve jumping up, so feet up here, going into a burpee, and that's such, so, but it's elevated. More burpees. Then the last move, we're gonna do step ups. So step up, reverse lunge, jump switch. All right, take your time. 8 minutes is a lot. I think I'm going to lose my shirt. It's just getting in my way. Here we go. 5 seconds till we start. Box jumps. Take your time, make sure you have a good elevation, or do a tuck jump if you don't want to do box jump, because I'm not going to hit anything. I like to alternate leads of the foot that's coming down. And keeping that core tight. There we go, the butt kicks over. Next. So 2 hands, jumping over, doing jump lunges, and then coming back around. So 2 hands down. And then feet together. And feet together. Decline burpees are next. Ooh, some balance and core. So make sure the distance to pop your feet up on the elevation. So you do have to kind of look, push up, down, and jump up. All right, step up, reverse lunge, jump switch. Here we go, start with my right, this round. It's a high step. If you want to jump up or lunge up like a rocket, up to you. This will be the end of the first round. 2 more rounds. Right, box jumps. Whew, goes fast, 30 seconds goes fast. Try and squeeze those glutes when you come up. Power it up. If you only have one elevation, just make it work. And if this is too high, obviously lower it. We have those jump over butt kicks to lunges. Decline, burpee is next. Oh, allow those rest periods to get your heart rate down. 5 seconds. We got those step ups. Next. All right, I'm gonna start with my left this round. So if you played any sports, I would love to hear about what sports you played, and if you played in college. There's so much competition these days to play sports in college. I think it was a lot easier when I was in college. I walked on to a few teams, like they needed cross-country runners, so I ran my last year in college, 3 seconds. It was easy to do where I went. Wasn't a popular sport at the time. And they needed runners. This is the last round. Don't lose focus, especially on knees. All right, butt kick over. I'm gonna start on the other side. Thought this round would be harder than it was. Not too bad. Declines are next. All right, last time, 2 moves. Give it all you got. I'm not even gonna bother. All right, step up, reverse lunge switch. Last move, last 30 seconds. These move fast. I was not expecting 8 minutes to feel really fast. We have another wrap set coming up. Using kettlebells. And then I'm going to take time to switch and lower my elevation. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause, change it to 16 inches because we have 3 moves. We're going to do 12 swings every round. And then weighted jump squats. You can use it with a kettlebell or 2 dumbbells. And that will decrease from 10 to 2. And then we're going to do some seated. So using your kettlebell, you're going to sit into a deadlift. When you come up, you're going to clean. And that's 1 rep, and we're always going to do 5 of those. All right, so I'm going to set up my elevation and make it a little bit doable. All right, elevation is ready. I have my 60 for the swings, my 50 for the deadlift into a clean, but in there we have our squat jump. I'm just going to use my 40 kettlebell and just hold it low and jump up. So that'll be decreasing reps. So 12 reps on the swing, starting back, hinging. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, squeezing the glutes, and 12, set it down. We have 10 squat jumps, weighted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get deep, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We have 5 of these. So I'm going to do it on an angle. I'm going to hold my bell first. So you're going to sit, but kind of hinged forward. You're going to come up and clean. So it's like a dead stop there. 3, 4, and 5. All right, back to the start. Decreasing the jump squats. We still have 12 kettlebell swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, set it down, 8 squat jumps, weighted, deep breath, go deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5. Woo! Pick it up first. Slowly lower, but in that sort of dead lift, hip hinge. 1, 2. Be powerful in these movements. So it's a dead stop. You sit. 3, 4, and 5. All right, slowly lower. Round 3. So just 6 jump squats. Weight in the heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Set down. 6. Weighted. Take breathers if you need them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 5. Whew. All right, here we go. So you are going to bend your knees a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Round 4, swings 4 and 5. 12 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Sit down. We only have 4 of these. High heart rate. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. It's like 3 moves in one on this one, okay? Grab it. So it is a full release. 1, so it can touch the ground, so you can sit. 2, 3, squeezing those glutes as you come up. 4, and 5. Last round. And then we have another cardio hit. 12 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 2 jumps. 1 and 2. 5 of these. So slowly lower. Power it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're done with that set. I got my elevation already. We have 4 new moves. So I'm going to move this out because I'm going to do a burpee, or a jump over, or we're going to do a burpee, alternating sides. So hopefully that room here. Maybe I'll pull it out a little bit. And then, that's our first move. Then face melter, so that's a decline position, decline plank. And you're going to tap your feet up and down from the elevation. What we can do for the first 2 rounds, we'll just stick to one side as the lead. And then the last round, we'll switch halfway through. So if I can remember to do that. So we'll get 15 seconds in each direction for that 3rd round. Then we have curtsies up and over. So 1 foot on, you're gonna curtsy up and over, jump switch. And then your last move is front lunge hops with the switch. So you're gonna lunge here, down, jump switch. Up, down, jump switch. And then try to help it up. Okay, so you're switching each round. If you don't feel comfortable with the switch, just stick to one side. And you can jump, you're gonna lunge basically from the bottom to the top. All right, we're gonna do the jump switch, but you can do it that way if you like. All right, we're ready. We're gonna go another 8-minute set. Starting in 5 seconds with that burpee jump over. So make sure you can do that or just jump over something. Push up. Do whatever kind of push up you want. 5 seconds. Face melters are next. All right, so I'll start with my right going up, down. So you're in a decline plank position. So stepping down, almost like you're getting into like a bear hold. So try and go pretty fast. Curtsy up and overs next. Keep your core tight for these. I'm looking at my feet, which I should not be doing. Sometimes you have to, so you can see where you're jumping. Curtsy up and over. I want to start this way. First with my right foot on the elevation. Woo! Let that blood get back to your body. So up and over, jump switch. Up and over, jump switch. Use your arms for balance. And your core, of course. The last move after this is that front lunge hop with a switch. All right, so starting from behind, I'm gonna start with my right this round. So lunging, jumping, down, and jump switch. Try to get deep. Feel the fire. We're going back to the start. Burpee jump overs. Oh, I'm gonna start on the other side. Oh, I felt the fire. Face melters are next. Eventually, I'm gonna have to see where my timer is here. All right, face melters. I'm gonna start with my left. So left going up and down, and right just solid. Curtsy up and overs are next. If you don't like to run, these sort of workouts are great for cardio. Curtsy up and over. Oh, I'm going to start over here. Whew. So my left foot's up. So hop it over. Jump switch. I'm getting warm, thank God. It was cold in here. I'm so ready for the warm weather. And it's such a tease when it's nice. And then it goes back down. You want to pull those shorts out. All right, we have those front lunge hop. I'll start on my left this round. 3, 2. Finishing up, second round. So lunging, and up, down, jump switch. Core tight, guys. Feel that nice little stretch when you come forward. So my experience with athletes, you really have to train, especially laterally. I don't have a lot of lateral movements going on right now, but all those curtsies are, because they're so used to moving forward and backwards in their normal daily lives. When they play sport and they're working laterally, they get injured. So you gotta strengthen every direction. We have jump overs. I guess this is lateral. I hate to see athletes work so hard and then get injured, need surgery, and they're just so young. So you gotta train smart. Pay attention to your body. All right, face milkers, I need to see my timer. I'll just try my best to switch. Okay, and down to 15. Can't see it, so I'm gonna switch after this round. Left. Hopefully I did a good job there. So we have 2 moves, curtsies up and over next. Or do your leg, that's the weakest, for your third round, okay? So we're trying to help with those imbalances. Woo, here we go. Curtsies up and over. I just forgot what we were doing. Jump switch, bring it up and over. So next HIIT set will be the lowest elevation. So if you can find something low, if you don't have an adjustable, woo. Finishing with those lunge hops. Lunge hops to finish. My left is weakest, so I'm going to start with my left. And hop back. So really kind of a closer lunge. Oh, let's switch to jump switch. I'm going to do 2 on my right to catch up. Jump switch. 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 You're almost done. We have another rep set coming up. All right, this is where I'm going to use my sandbell. Whew. And while I'm explaining, I'm also going to lower my elevation, so I don't have to do that. All right, so your 3 moves, we're going to do 12 Sandbell Slams. So when you do a Sandbell Slam, or you can use your vest if you have a vest, or just anything that you just want to, you can use your sandbag. It's going to be harder with the sandbag. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So you'll do 12 of them, and that will not change. That will always be 12. All right, I'm going to do this later. So you're going to be on your toes. So you're going to be up and slamming it. Then we're going to do 10 to 2 sandbell high pulls. So you're just going to bring it from the ground and bring it. So we're getting some shoulders and back to make it dynamic. Those will decrease. And then your moves on the sandbell, you're going to be, actually, I need the space anyway. So I can move out. You're going to have your bear hold sandbell, and you're just going to crawl and pull, crawl for 2, and then go back. What we're going to do, we'll do 3 passes on that. Okay, that will not change. So I'm going to try and use my heavy. I have a 20, so hopefully this works. It's going to be a little noisy in here. 12 slams. So up, 1, 2, 3. You can just do sit down bell slams if you want. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Use your whole body. 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, 10. High pulls. So you're gonna grip. 1, you can drop it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bear crawls. So pull it forward. So alternate the hands that you're using. Just make 3 passes. This is my 3rd pass. Try and stay those knees low. All right, slams. First of all, I'm so mad about my plyo box not cooperating. Here we go. I'll just have to hit pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With purpose, guys. 11 and 12. We have 8. Ooh, dynamic high pulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Let's get 3 passes up and back. Focus on your core. Use whatever space you have. This is what's working for me. You can use a dumbbell very easily or a bag. This is my last pass. Slams. Which one? So round 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 high pulls. 1, 2, 3. Use a kettlebell or 2 dumbbells. 5, 6. My second pass. One more time up and back. All right, round 4. Slams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, We have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, crawls. Cover those knees. That's one round. Up and back one more time. Try to make sure your head is in good alignment. All right, this is your last round. Oh, I believe we're done with the Sandbell. One, 2, 3, 4. You can do this with a slam ball. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We just have 2 of these. 1, 2, and bear toss. That's 1. Well, it's only up. That's 1. You pull it through. That's 2. Last time. Unfortunately, we'll have to pause. I'm not going to waste my time, or your time really, trying to get my Plyo Jacks to adjust. Here we go. So this is your last cardio hit. We do have to finish it. All right, we're ready to start. We have 12 inches on the elevation. The 4 moves are Heisman's over the step. So I think it's up. So this leg comes up. So that's ready to start on the Heisman over the step. Kind of gotten this from Kathy's Perfect 30 workout. She did something similar. I think it was that, or no, maybe it was something else. It was her step boss. Anyway, thought it'd be fun to do that one. We have heel clicks increasing with increasing box jacks. So you're gonna click for 1, then you're gonna move up and down for 1. Then you'll do 2 and keep increasing until the 30 seconds are up. Then your third move, lateral lunges. So just coming down laterally. I want you to touch your step, get deep. And then the last one is 180 squat. So very athletic. Okay, 3 times, 8 minutes. We're starting, so make sure you get that Heisman going. So think of the Heisman without the step first. So very athletic, right? You probably see these also in like the P90 warm up, but not with an elevation. Focus on your movement. We have heel clicks increasing with those box jacks. All right. Whew. Catch yourself when you're done. All right, increasing 1 and 1 and 2 and 2. So holding. So heel clicking, and then up and down. Heel clicks for 2, 1, 2. We got 3. 1, 2, 3. And 3. We got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Oh, those are hard. All right, lateral lunges. I want you to touch down. So cold in here, my nose is running. Not fun when you're working out. Feeling the burn. We got 180. Squats. Squat. Or what you want to call them. Uneven squats. 3, 2, 1. So make it a 180. One foot's up. Pose like an athlete. Ooh, fire. We'll start at the top again with those Heismans. Whoa. All right, I'm gonna start on this side. Remember, it's a 1, 2, up. I think it's like a 3-step movement. So 1, up. And I forgot to tell you, I lied. We will be using a sandbell with a finisher. A 5-minute finisher, of course. If you go faster, go at your own speed. If I'm going too slow, or if I'm going too fast, still work for you. We have increasing. Whew. Here we go. This is where I really felt the fire. At least we know how many we'll get to. 3. Vortex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lateral lunges. I'll start the other side. I know in the end it doesn't matter because we're doing 3 rounds. Focus because we're almost done. We're more than halfway with this set. Three, 2, oh, 180s. Get that lactic acid out. Ooh, balance. Try and get deep. We start at the top. After this, we'll roam around. Oh, Heisman's. These will hopefully be somewhat of a recovery, these Heisman's. Here we go. Still feeling it in my quads. You see the sun is coming up. We got those heel clicks for the last time, and butt kicks. Or no, I'm sorry, box jacks. Whew. 3 moves. Not gonna lie though, finishing should be somewhat brutal. 20 seconds. One more move. Seconds, 180s. Here we go. Last 30 seconds of this side. Don't get lazy. Focus on that form. You can do it. It's only 30 seconds. Goes down. We have 5 minutes to finish off this workout. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my elbows in this way. I'm going to use my Sandbell because I'm going to do over the shoulder for 5. So taking and picking up over the shoulder, jump, switch, 5. And then every minute we're going to add an exercise to this remaining time, okay? So we are going to start with just a broad jump with a high knee back. Then the second minute, we're going to broad jump into a rollback, and then high knee back. Then we're going to roll back into a burpee, high knee back. Then we're going to do a lateral. We're going to lateral jump it over, up and over. It's slow. I'm not going to change it. So up and over, and then high knee back. And then the last minute, we're going to go up and over, do a jump lunge, high knee back. So you might only get like 1 or 2 of those. Kind of making it more interesting than just constantly doing the broad jumps. So this is a 5-minute set. If you don't have a bell, you can do slams. You can do the bag over your shoulder, which is probably gonna be harder. And just make it work for you, all right? And you can just laterally jump on the side and over. So it's up and over, but I'm gonna go boom, 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 back over. All right, we're starting in 10 seconds. This is it, this is your last 5 minutes. Whew, this workout went a little bit longer than I expected. Here we go, picking up on the ground. So up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna broad jump, and then high knee back. You do this until the timer goes off again. So try, if you have the space to jump far, anyone a broad jumper or a long jump in track, the bad thing is my mat is moving with me. So I'm gonna keep that down. Remember, 5 over the shoulders. You can come. I have 4 minutes.
And it slides.
All right, up and over. You're over there, right there. 2, 3, switch shoulders every time. 4. Remember, we're adding the rollback. All right. So you're gonna broad jump, and then high knee back. Minute we add a burpee, so roll back into a burpee. Get those knees up. So it's like a cardio finisher. Okay, grab that bell or whatever you have. Pop it over. Remember adding a burpee. Broad jump. And roll back. And go into your burpee. in, let me back. So last broad jumps. We're more than halfway there. So go into that rollback burpee. Next minute, we'll jump over after we do our over the shoulders. All right, grab it. 2 minutes left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, jumping over. So broad jump, roll, burpee, pop it in, jump, 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 high knee back. Probably won't get too many of these. Remember, we're gonna do jump lunges for the last one. 5 seconds. We only get 1. All right, last minute. Sandbell. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Good job. 45 seconds to finish this workout. Pop it in, jump over, jump lunges for 2. 1, 2, high knees back. Maybe we'll get 2. Jump lunges. High knees. 3 seconds. Alright, you're done. So, hope you feel like an athlete. Hope you enjoyed the style workout. I'll probably do a few more like this and kind of use them on the days that cardio based. So I had some heavy lifting yesterday, so I knew more lifting would not work today. So make this workout work for you. And don't forget, cool down, stretch, drink lots of water, get your sunshine. Hopefully you have some today. And I'll see you next time. And oh, don't forget, please subscribe to my channel. I've gotten some great support, but just hoping to bring those numbers up and share my love for fitness. Bye.